everyone, welcome back to my allotment diaries. My name's Emma. These are the allotment diaries. This is my allotment plot here in South London, and I just vlog my day-to-day kind of goings on here, what I get up to, what I'm doing, what I'm growing, what I'm harvesting, all that malarkey. And I don't shy away from showing you all of the failures and the things that go wrong as well. So if that sounds like something that you want to watch or be interested in, I'd love you to hit the subscribe button. Just want to start by saying a massive thank you for 35,000 subscribers, which is absolutely mind-blowing. I'm really close to 170,000 on Instagram as well, so if you're not following me on Instagram, I'm at Emma's Allotment Diaries, same name. I'm also on TikTok. I also have a Facebook group as well, which I don't post on that often, but sometimes I do. Lots of places to follow me basically, so I'd love for you to come along and see what I'm up to. I put lots of extra stuff on Instagram and TikTok, sort of behind the scenes stuff. Oh, it's getting a bit warm now, sun's coming out, that's nice. Yeah, lots of behind the scenes stuff and stuff that I don't particularly show on the vlogs. So if you want to see more of what I'm up to, if this isn't enough for you, if it's just not enough, go over there and follow me there and you will see more. Right, before I get into anything, serious question. Do flies know where they're flying when they're flying? Like, can flies see? Do they have eyes? I'm not kidding, I've been hit today by about 4 different flies. One almost in the eye, one went into my ear, and then the other 2 sort of hit my face in different places. Serious question, do flies know where they're going when they're flying? Because it doesn't feel like they do. I feel like flies should have to pass some kind of fly test before they're allowed to fly in public, because it's ridiculous. Also, I'm quite big compared to a fly. Do you know what I mean? Why can't it see me? I don't understand. Any fly experts out there, I'd very much appreciate your expertise on this little point. Can flies see, and do they know where they're flying? Right, so I have a couple of ideas of things I want to get done today. I brought a couple more dahlias with me, which have been growing at home in pots from tubers, and I want to get those out. I want to check on how the dahlias are doing so far. And then decide where I'm going to put the new ones. Now, I put some porridge oats out a little while ago. Do you remember? I put porridge oats around one of my dahlias as a way of deterring slugs and snails. I can't say that it's worked, guys, unfortunately, and I will explain why, but let me show you the dahlia. Or should I say, let me show you where the dahlia was before, because it's been absolutely destroyed by slugs and snails. This is actually an insane amount of damage. It was quite a big dahlia that I put in, and it's so upsetting. I mean, it has got some new leaves starting to grow, so I could rescue it, but I had porridge oats around this, and unfortunately it just did not work. I think it's mainly because the birds came down and ate all of the porridge oats, probably the mice did as well, and also when it rained, it disappeared. So, as with a lot of these natural slug and snail defences, you have to keep redoing it, and if you're not here and it sort of runs out, that's it. It's like a free-for-all. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet opens up, you know, and they all just come running. And yes, running, because slugs and snails are faster than you think, and they just eat it all. So, not massive on the porridge oats thing. I think it attracts other creatures more than anything, which is not what we want. However, I did do this with a couple of my other dahlias that had been eaten. I popped these little cloches over them. Somebody said to do this, and I thought, nah, it's never going to work. They're going to get in it. It's not going to protect them. It blooming has. It actually has. Let me show you. Look at this. Oh, that's a weed. Hang on. Look at this. New dahlia growth underneath it, doing really well. Absolutely no slug and snail damage, which is very, very unusual. All I've done is put a cloche over it. Also, same thing with this one here. All I've done is put a plastic cloche over it. Look at this. Look at this, the simplest thing that you could possibly do, just literally put a bit of plastic over it, has worked the best out of everything. And this one here, they don't like this one. I wish I knew what this was for you. I think it's a speckled one of those speckled dahlias. They don't like this at all. They haven't touched it. So some dahlias I think they prefer over others. It's exactly the same story here. Look at this. Look at this. Little bit of damage, but hardly any. Look at that. It's an actual dahlia growing. An actual living dahlia. This is from a tuber I planted. It was doing absolutely nothing at all. Nothing at all. A bit like the other 2 that I planted in here somewhere. I don't even know where they are. They haven't grown. Oh, here it is. Look. No, that's not even it. That's not even it. That's not even it. I don't even know where they are. But there's 2 more tubers in here that did nothing. All I did with this one What's that? Oh, no, it didn't do that because that would kill it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Right, just immediately come over and kill it. Right, all I did was that. Just put a couple of sticks in it to keep it there. Gonna stay. Yeah. That's all I did, that's it. That's it. And there's another one just over there. Oh, it looks like it might have been eaten now. I've not been so lucky with this one. No, this one has actually been eaten. It's quite annoying, but it did grow. I mean, the point is it did grow. It is growing. It's just been eaten a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. Right, this is one of the dahlias. Now I do have a tuber here. He doesn't seem to be doing anything or growing, but I could try putting a cloche over him and just see. I don't have any more though, I don't think. Do I? I'm sure I had absolutely loads of them at one point. I'm going to have a little look around and see, but otherwise I might actually order some more because they obviously do quite a good job. Should I whack him in there then if that one might grow? Yeah, I think I should. What I'm going to do is put it... So if we've got one there, we've got one potentially there if I can rescue him. I'll put him back a little bit there, like that, and then we've got that one there, which is doing very well. We are due a bit of a heat wave this week and next week. I think it's going to get really hot, so I think potentially this is the best time to plant anything quite vulnerable, because it will keep the slugs and snails away, and also all of the sunlight and the heat will give it a chance to get going. So I think really this is your best bet now to get vulnerable things out. Good luck, mate. If there's a lot of me standing around looking unsure in this vlog, it's because I am unsure. I'm trying to figure out where to put these things, where the best place is, and I don't know, I'm finding it a little bit overwhelming today. I don't really know why. I think because it's died so many times. That's it, that's the bottom line. Everything I put in dies. So it's like I'm sending all these plants to their death, and it's not a very nice feeling. Right, we've got this one here. We've got this one here growing. There's a tuber in here which isn't doing anything, and then I've got this plant to go in. I'm going to dig the tuber up and see what's happening with him. If anything, it would just be interesting to know what's going on under there, because oh no, we haven't got any growth. Is there any growth at all? No. So maybe this one's died. Oh, it came up quite easily, so perhaps he has died. Have you died? Oh no, there is a bit. No, it's not growth. What am I talking about? What are you doing, mate? Because you don't look good. Yeah, there's been a bit of growth, but it has been eaten, and some of the tubers have rotted. You see that there? That sludge. That's not good. That's not good. That will damage the plants. That's got to come off, that one. Oh no, he's all rotted. He's rotted and falling apart. Oh, look at that one. Oh, oh, that made me go funny. No, right, we'll put a dahlia in here then. Very graceful of you. Right, there you go. Good luck, little guy. Now don't be put off by the fact your friend before you was eaten to death and then rotted a very slow, nasty death. It's not going to happen to you, okay? I hope not. Good luck. Oh, good morning, Einstein. Look how close he is to me today. Is that cat not around today? He's not around, is he? What do you want? Some mealworms? Whoa! Where do you think you're going, mister? Hey? Right, here you go. Oh, is there a beetle in there? I don't know if you want that, but there's a beetle in it as well. You're welcome. It's free grub. But Einstein, there's a beetle in it. If you look in it there's a beetle. It must have got in the bag. I don't know if you like those or not, but it's there, so. It's up to you, Einstein. You can eat it or not eat it, it's up to you. Right guys, I've got 2 rhubarbs on my allotment plot. One of them's in the wrong spot and I want to move him today. I've decided to actually just move him and go for it. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? He dies? Okay, fine, he dies. I mean, that is quite a bad thing to happen. But it's only death. Like, he'll be okay. The other one, I think, is ornamental. I'd like your opinion on this. I brought it from Wilko's when Wilko's existed, absolutely ages ago, planted it in, and it doesn't look the same as the other rhubarb. And somebody sent me a message ages ago and said the ones from Wilko are actually ornamental. What am I going to do with an ornamental rhubarb? Can't eat that. So I'd like your opinion on it, please. Is this an ornamental rhubarb? Firstly, it's absolutely massive, which makes me think it possibly is, because it's so big. And secondly, the stalks in the middle are not going red, they're staying green. It doesn't look like the healthiest plant in the world either. It's got all these marks all over it. It's absolutely huge. I did not expect it to get this big. I mean, look, this is my hand and this is the leaf. I mean, if I can't eat it, what's the point of it? It's such a space invader. It's a space invader, that's what it is. It's right on the edge of my strawberry bed. I think it's ornamental. But let me know. The other one is over here. It looks a lot healthier, but it's in the wrong place. This is most definitely an edible rhubarb because I got it from Roots Plants, who sent me all of the lovely fruit bushes and stuff. They sent me this. It's actively growing right now, however, it's in my carrot row. Did I expect these carrots to grow? No. Now they are growing, I feel very protective of them, and I want to move the rhubarb. The rhubar's got to go, so we're going to try not to kill it. You shouldn't really move plants when they're in active growing, because that is when they're like the most vulnerable, and it will just go into shock and die. But hopefully this one won't. I have faith in it. I don't know why I feel that way, I just sort of do. I think because it's a rhubarb. I don't know, I can't explain it. Maybe because it's perennial. Anyway, moving it is what we're going to do. Right, the plan is, it's not much of a plan, but the plan is to sort of dig it, pull it, move it. That's the plan. Pretty basic plan, but sometimes the basic plans are the best plans, you know? It's best not to overthink these things. What are you going to kill my carrots for? You're just an absolute beast. Right. You can't, unfortunately, anything you've got there, you're not allowed. Oh, carrots! Because I didn't think they'd germinate, that's why I've done this. I just had no faith in them. You want advice on how to make something grow? Believe that it won't. That's the advice. Believe that it won't, and then it blooming will. We've lifted it. Okay. I've got to put everything back as it was. Oh, carrots have fallen in. They've fallen into the crevice. Oh gosh. Carrots, carrots, carrots. It's these little ones here I was most worried about because they sort of fell into the crevice that I made. It's like a Grand Canyon opened, like a sinkhole, and they all fell in, but hopefully I've rescued them now. I don't know why I think that. I'm just hoping, I think. Right, now what are we going to do with you? We're going to put you in the other plot, I think. Literally in there. Oh my god, what are you doing in this? such an inconvenient place to sit, isn't it? Twine. Why is the twine like this? Why has the twine gone like this? Why is the twine not in a little twine thing? Oh god. Oh, there it is. Right, I'm going to tie the pumpkins into the archway just a little bit. Now I said I wouldn't do this, but I think you have to be adaptable when it comes to gardening, and I've noticed that as they're sort of flying in the wind, like flip-flopping about in the wind, they're sort of getting stuck one way and then growing diagonally, and I sort of want them all to grow upright so they've got enough room to go over the arch. So I'm going to sort of start tying them in just a little bit, just to get them into the right direction, you know, steer them a bit. So for example, this one here is sort of going diagonally. I don't know why you're doing that, mate. Yeah, see, look, it's not clung on yet, but you can see here, good example, tendrils. This is a tendril, this little long stemmy thing, green thing, that will cling on once he finds something to cling on to. So what I'm going to do, mate, is I'm going to steer you this way. I'm going to tie him, but very loosely. I'm not going to tie him tightly because he's a pumpkin, he's not going to like that. I just know he's not going to like it. It can damage them if you tie them too tightly. So just loosely like this. That's a lot of give there, look, it's hardly tied. Let me show you actually. Can't see a bleeding thing. Right, you can see I've just tied him to the part of it where I want him to go. That's not tight at all. You see what I mean? But what it will do is it'll stop him flying in the wind. So now when he clings on, he'll cling on there. Hopefully. There you go, mate. I helped you out. You're doing amazingly. Please don't die. You're winning at the moment. Also, some of the netting is coming away a bit. I'm just going to secure it all, really. Make sure that you guys go in the right way. Look, that's amazing, but you need to really be here. I know, I'm sorry. Right, these are runner beans. You're clinging onto each other. Right, there you go. So these pumpkins along here are just not enjoying the weather. You see how their leaves are lacking any green, looking a little bit spindly, just sort of not happy. It's the weather, it's the nighttime temperatures, they're not enjoying them. It's getting too cold for them. And you can see this one here is starting to throw up some new leaves, and that's because the temperature has very recently started to improve, and so he's sort of getting some new green growth there. But these sort of yellowy leaves like this is because it's been too cold. I'm in a net right now. You have to remember that pumpkins are warm-loving, I was going to say creatures, animals, plants, that's what they are, they're plants. They're warm-loving plants, and they like a consistently warm weather, not just like a few bursts of hot sunshine. They want it to be warm at night time, in the daytime, all the time. And it's just not been that recently, and that's why a lot of the pumpkins are just not getting going. But if you've managed to keep them alive, and if they still have growth on them, then when the temperatures improve, which hopefully they will this week and next week, they should get going and just start really taking off, and that is what I'm really hoping for right now. But I will give them a feed, I think. I don't have any seaweed, liquid seaweed, but I've got tomato feed, so I'm going to give them a tomato feed, see if I can perk them up a little bit. But hang in there, tomatoes, pumpkins. I think you're going to be okay. One more thing, I basically, to explain this a little bit, this is a bit weird. I got my food shop delivered, right, and I ordered some onions, and they came like this. And I thought, gosh, can I eat those? But they feel really squishy, I don't think I can eat them. So then I thought, can I grow these? Should I whack these in the ground and see what happens? They just sent me onions, with green stuff growing out of the top, like foliage on it, and I just thought that's weird. I mean, maybe you can eat them like this, but I sort of feel like they've started growing, so what would happen if I put it in the ground? Also, there seems to be more than one plant here, so I'm going to sort of chop them and put them in the ground and just see if they grow. Why not? Let's just do an experiment. Anyway, I think it's always interesting to try these little experiments, you know. I think it's what having an allotment plot is all about, really, just experimenting with things. You know, learning. I'm always learning. I never want to stop learning. I'm going to take that off. See if I can figure out how these are going to separate. Slice that there. There. If anything, it might just deter things from eating things in here if they can smell the onion. I feel a bit like I'm the first person to ever plant anything, you know, and it's all an experiment. You just have no idea what's going to happen. It's just exciting. I'd love to be the first person to ever plant anything. Imagine how that would feel when you come back the next morning and say it's like grown. You'd be amazed. It'd be like the most exciting discovery in human existence. I don't know if that's going to do anything. This is so weird. Right, well, they're in. I sort of had to guess how to put them in, but yeah, will they do anything? I don't know. I mean, the fact they've still got quite really good like green leaves on them and they've just been sitting in my bag is quite amazing. It's a good start. So I don't know. I don't know if they'll do anything. The point is they're in, and if anything, they might deter slugs and snails from finding the carrots, or carrot fly from finding the carrots or anything. So, you know, there'll be a purpose to them. I hope, I think. And yeah, look at my carrots all coming up. I mean, a lot of you thought that my carrots wouldn't come up at all because I'd planted them too deep, and the entire row and most of this one has all germinated. So no one ever really knows, and I think that's the point with gardening, is that you never really know what's going to work and what's not going to until you try it. And it's all about trial and error, having experiments, having fun with it, giving it a go, not being so caught up on the rule book of what you should and shouldn't do, just having fun with it, just like enjoying the process and just trying new things. And don't worry if they fail. If that fails, which it most likely will, so be it. So what? I'll pull them out, and it was a fun experiment while it lasted, you know. Don't get caught up on what you should do and what you shouldn't. A lot of gardening is about luck and hope and just weather dependent, you know. I'm still a little bit worried about the pea structure, so I'm going to spend some time when I finish this vlog just trying to make sure that it's upright and it's going to stay, which might take me quite some time, to be honest, but I think we're close. We're very close to getting a pea harvest. They are doing fantastic. There are so many of them, they're almost ripe, so all I have to do is keep it going for a little bit longer. That's all you have to do, guys, a little bit longer. Hope you've enjoyed my vlog today. If you have, do subscribe, and I will see you again on Wednesday. Have a lovely gardening week, guys. See you Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Bye.